Hey everyone, it's Rebecca Miller. I hope you're ready. Hope you are ready to talk tonight about some tough love, some self-love, and excuse crushing goals. This thing has been giving me fits, and I'm not sure what I need to do with it. It keeps sliding off. I'm trying to break my phone, but I'm gonna see if I can. A little elf on the shelf box back there. All right. So, on Tuesday, we talked about our why power and why you need to have it, because it gives you the extra push to have a reason to show up to do your workout on purpose, because without that, it makes it very difficult to stick with it, because you've always had the feeling or the excuse, I do not feel like working out today, I'll just do it tomorrow. But having the why power makes it more meaningful, makes it feel like you have a purpose. And without the purpose, without the reason, why show up? Because everybody acts on emotion, everybody acts on feelings, and that's how you move forward with having like this little tangible thing that you can always go back to when times get tough. And it's like, okay, what's my why power? Why do I need to show up today? Why is it important? Why is it a non-negotiable thing to have? So without that, it makes it very, very difficult. So I hope you've been writing in your notebook, your workbooks, your notebooks, your journals, whatever you need to journal this all out, to really dig deep, to figure out what's going to hold you true to your journey, okay? Because that right there is crucial. I want to explain why I created this program, and it's because, I've been working with the success coach, and she creates these programs that helps me create programs, which shows me how to do webinars and stuff like that, which, honestly, to be quite honest, guys, when I created this one, I wasn't fully done with it. And then I kind of put it out there, like I worked till 3 a.m. in the morning to get all this stuff, what I had, like the links and stuff, and I just put it out there just to see what would happen. And then I saw you guys sign up, and I thought, wow, okay, so maybe this is like needed. That I felt like, okay, my program will work. My what I have to say matters, because I'm not the only one struggling with these junk food and then the excuses and all that. So I do believe in this challenge, because I feel like if you apply yourself to it and you follow what I say and you stick with it every day, then it will get easier. It will. And, don't feel like I don't struggle still. Like I still do. And that's why I said I still use these same 5 steps every single day, because not everybody wants to wake up at 4:15 in the morning like I'm doing. It's not fun. I mean, let's be real. You want to stay in the comfort of your bed, but it's not going to get you close to your goals. I feel like I have to work out in the mornings, because of Sean. He wants to play in the evenings, so I feel like my evenings are tied up with him, which is a good thing, because I need the family time, right? I want to have balance with it all. There should be balance with finding time for yourself, because you need it. You need to find time for your family, your spouse, and everyone else. So to me, getting up early gets it in, gets it done, and there's no way you can get out of it, because it's already done for the day. You have no other excuses coming up in the afternoon or in the evening that's going to derail you from your goals, because it's already done in the morning. So yes, getting up sucks. I'm not going to lie. But when I wake up thinking, okay, if I don't do this now, what's my evening going to be like? I'm going to be regretting that I didn't get it done earlier because I couldn't get myself up. And you feel guilty about that, because it's like I chose sleep over my family time. That bothers me, guys. I'd rather have family time. To be quite honest, I'd rather have family time than work out. But I can have both. And that's what a lot of people don't realize, is that they feel like they can't have both, and they don't allow themselves to. So they say that they don't have this time. They say that they can't make time for it all, but you do have time. You just got to give up a little sleep and maybe even go to bed earlier to make up for it. That's okay. That's okay. You're worth it. Trust me, it all works out. So I did write some notes. Actually, last night I didn't take any notes at all. I tried to speak from the heart. I'm going to do that again today, but I wrote so much stuff I wanted to share, and I did not want to lose any of it, because I feel like all of it is legit, will help you. So, okay, so first I want to talk about self-love and what that actually is, and how it's going to help you. Self-love is what you show up every day to yourself. When you look in the mirror, what do you see? Do you see a person that you hate? Do you see a person you love? Do you see a person that you're disgusted with? See, me in the beginning, I was very disgusted with the way I looked. I hated my back fat. I hated my big old belly. I hated my thighs. I felt like I had these dimples everywhere. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. When you're bigger, your body changes, and I didn't feel beautiful. I didn't feel like anybody would want me, even though I'm married. It didn't feel like Tony was even looking at me. You know, it was like, I'm so disgusting now. I felt that way. It hurt. And I didn't like feeling that way, but I didn't know how to get past it. And it was very heartbreaking because it's like, heck, he's your husband. Of course he's going to love you no matter what, but I didn't love myself. And that's where you need to come from, a place to love yourself. Now, you know, you might love your parents, you might love your kids, and you might love your spouse, but when it comes to yourself, we don't do that, right? So it's very hard to program your brain into thinking this way because you've talked down to yourself. You've listened to your inner mean girl. You've told yourself that you're all these things and you're starting to believe it. That's where you get hung up on stuff, guys. That's what holds you back because you feel like, why can't I have time? You believe it. And you do have time. You've got to make the time, make the appointment, and set to it, okay? That's where the goals come from. That's what's going to keep you on track. That's what's going to keep you motivated. Because when you start seeing results and you look at yourself and you're thinking, I mean, this is how I talk to myself. Wow, Rebecca, you amazed me because I didn't think I could do this. And yet, I did it. I lost 10 pounds or 12 pounds in my first 21 days. And this whole time, in 10 years, I felt like I couldn't do anything. There's an empowering feeling like that. And when you start looking in the mirror and you start smiling at yourself and be like, you have a lot to offer this world. Whether people be mean to you or not, it doesn't matter what they say. It's what relationship you have with God, with yourself, with your family, and the people that you love and care about most. Sometimes people can be really mean and nasty. I know, you know, people, bullies and all that stuff, they're negative. You don't need that in your life. You need to be as positive as you can. Know that you have a ton of value to offer the world. And just be your beautiful self and love yourself and look in the mirror and know without a shadow of doubt that you have so much to give, guys. I mean, seriously, that's how you have to learn. You have to be open to change and allow yourself to change because you just keep saying you can't. You're holding yourself back and you're self-sabotaging yourself, and that keeps you in the comfort zone. That's why you can't move forward. That hurts, guys, because that's why you can't get results. And it's tough to break. I mean, I'm not saying it gets easy at first. It's hard at first because I was programmed myself for 10 years to be so negative and listen to that inner mean girl that I was useless, that I was worthless, that nobody would love me, that I was disgusting, and all these things, all these hurtful things that I said about myself, and I believed it. And the more you believe it, the more depressed you become. When you get depressed, you have anxiety because you worry all the time because you know deep down in your soul, you've got to do something, but you can't. You feel so stuck, and that's why people get this block and why they can't move forward. That hurts their progress when they act this way. So tomorrow morning, you need to get up and smile and say, I am beautiful, I have a lot to offer, and I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I mean, seriously, guys, I use God. I pray to God, please give me strength to get through this workout. I would be lying if I didn't say I prayed. I did, because I woke up and I thought, I cannot do this on my own. This is so tough, you know, because I'm trying to do a squat, trying to do a plank, trying to do a burpee and a jumping jack. Don't get me started because I pee myself because I have no strong bladder. So please do not think that it's easy when you first start. It's not. And that's why you haven't started, because you're afraid. You're afraid to fail, and you're afraid of, all your doubts. So the way to get past it is start self-loving yourself. Give yourself a reward, not food. Okay, that's the worst thing you can do. Don't give yourself food. Give yourself like a pedicure or a massage. Give something that makes you feel good. Buy a new purse. I love purses. I love going shopping. As far as buying a purse, I love buying purses and jewelry. Jewelry is my thing, guys. I love it. So do something that lights you up. That will be your reward, not food. Don't reward yourself with food, because that is for dogs. And we are not dogs. We are so awesome. Okay, guys? So don't feel that, you're not worth it, because you are. All right, so speak kindly to yourself when looking in the mirror. You might not like what you see. I mean, that might still be back in the back of your head. But you know what? You can change that. You can work on you. You can show up every day. And let me say this, when you start showing up for yourself every day, when you start making the effort, you realize, hey, I'm doing my thing. I'm doing this. And that feeling of, that goes away, because I'm working on my goals. I'm doing this. That's the good feeling that you want to have. Even though you're not where you want to be right then, you will get there if you keep showing up. It's so much about being the positive mindset. This is all mental, guys. This is why, anybody's body can work out. Anybody can show up to their workout, but it's all mental. You've got to get past the mental blocks that you're telling yourself this stuff. And once you do that, gold, success. I'm telling you, it's magic. So, this is what my groups teach. This is what I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about getting your mindset right. I'm passionate about making you feel like you are freaking awesome and that you can conquer anything, including these junk food cravings, including these daily excuses, because I know it's within you. If I can break my habits of 10 years and you've got yours, we can do this together. I'm telling you, it can happen, but you've got to believe in yourself. You've got to start with the self-love. You've got to take care of you first. Because if you don't, you're going to keep putting yourself on the back burner, and every time you look in the mirror, you're going to regret and feel guilty that you never gave yourself a chance. And that is not what I want for you. I want you to freaking be alive when you look in the mirror and be like, yeah, baby, I look awesome, and that's how it's going to be today. I'm going to, I'm being blessed beyond words. I'm grateful, and I feel amazing. That's where the point you're going to get to. I promise you that if you keep up with this, okay? Don't be afraid to ask for help. You, by coming in this challenge, makes my heart beam, because it's almost like, sometimes I feel like I post out there and nobody hears me, so by you signing up for this challenge, yes, that is awesome, because that tells me you needed this challenge, and I'm here to deliver, because we all have problems, we all have struggles, and it's okay. It's part of life. We're human, okay? It's not like we're super powerful people, like superhumans, but we can do this together. Support is where it's at, okay? So just, be as positive you can with the self-love. I want you to be so deliberate with everything that you do. Every decision that you wake up in the morning, your first thought that crosses your mind is, okay, good morning, God. I'm waking up. I am grateful for 3 things. Name 3 things you're grateful for, and it will change your mindset for the day. Look in the mirror. Say, hello, beautiful. We are going to rock this day. We're going to be awesome. And anything that gets thrown at us, we're going to handle it like a boss, because why? We're rock stars, right? I tell my group they're rock stars all the time. I believe in you. Don't give up. We've got this, right? So just get your workout in. Even if you have to, don't. And that's another thing, guys. People freak out when they say workout, because they're so terrified of the pain. We are mentally wired not to put ourselves in pain. We are mentally wired to protect ourselves. So when you hear workout, you're immediately thinking of all these excuses as to why you shouldn't, and your why power. And this tough love that I'm giving you should be all the reasons why you should show up. Okay, so don't ever feel that this gets easier. I mean, it does get easier, but there's not a daily struggle, because the excuses are going to come up daily. Okay, so you got to use these 5 steps daily. That's why I recreated this workbook, because you're constantly going to have to be going back to it, and then you're going to know it in the back of your head, because I know mine. Okay, Sean, I can rattle it off, because I've shared my story so much. I know my stuff, so it's crucial. You have to get the why power down really good, okay? When I say do it on purpose, I mean do it on purpose, because you are making bad choices on purpose. Whether you want to believe it or not, you are. When you wake up in the morning and you choose to sleep in, you chose to sleep in. You chose to miss your morning workout. Or, if you see go up on the menu and you see a salad versus a hamburger, you're choosing the hamburger because you're choosing that way. You feel like you can't control it, so you've accepted failure already and you chose the hamburger. But it doesn't have to be that way. You can choose the salad because you know that's where it aligns more with your goals and aligns more with your why power and what you want to achieve. You have to have more good days than bad. I'm not saying you have to be perfect. No way, man. But you have to be 80-20. 80% nutrition, 20% exercise, guys. I'm telling you, you can't do one without the other. You can't just be all worried about your eating either. I have several people who, I've done good my thing, but I didn't show up for my workout. Yeah, that ain't going to cut it, because when you start losing weight, like, your muscle tone is going to be awful, and you're going to have saggy skin. You have to build up your muscle tone with weights and stuff in order to alleviate all that. So you have to show up for your workout too. And that workout's going to make you feel empowered whenever you start crushing those goals and you get better and you get faster. That makes you feel strong. That makes you feel powerful. You know, I love doing kickboxing and stuff like that, and punching and kicking. That relieves some major stress. So if you struggle with stress, exercise. I'm telling you, if you're tired all the time, exercise. You get more energy after you work out than you ever thought. I mean, seriously, you say you're tired all the time, you have to work out. At least go for a walk. If you need to start that way, start that way, because you release these endorphins and it feels more, you form more alive than you did before when you started. So don't hold yourself back. Don't be self-sabotaging yourself, because that's what you do when you make the wrong choice on purpose. Do everything you possibly can on purpose for the right reason, for your why power, for your goals, your SMART goals. Everything has to align, or if you get derailed, that's okay too, okay? So like you know, I want you to hear this, but I don't want you to feel like you have to be perfect, because nobody's perfect. Do you think I was perfect during the holiday season? No, I enjoyed it. You know why? Because it's once a year. So did I eat chocolate? Yep, sure did. I'm okay with that. You know why? Because I know on January 15th, we are starting back up strong in our group, and everybody's on track. Everybody's doing a program, and they're going to rock it. We are, you know, doing everything together. We're meal prepping this week. We done, you know, I had check-ins. I called out. I was like, okay, who's doing this? Are you showing up? And they're like, yep, got it. You know, if already meal prep, count me in. And you know what? That's awesome, because you're not alone. Support is everything, but you got to make the right choice on purpose. Everything is on purpose. Everything, whether you believe it or not. You know, when you should be doing something else like cleaning your house or whatever, but you're scrolling Facebook, you're doing that on purpose too, because you're avoiding it like the plague. I mean, it's on purpose. So every choice that you make is on purpose, and you've got to consciously catch yourself. That's the thing. You catch the negative, you catch the excuse, and you're like, oh, I'm doing it again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do the thing that's going to lead you to the right way. Count backwards. You've got 5 seconds to make the right choice. Do it. 5 seconds. It's non-negotiable. You have to make it. If you don't, then your why power strong enough? You know. So then you have to start thinking like, okay, maybe I need more than one why power, because like I said, I have 3. I have my shine. I have my keep my sugar under control, and I have to sorry, excuse me. I have where I have my clothes and how they fit, and you know, my accountability. I actually have all kinds, really. You know, me being a coach, it's like accountability at its finest, because I have so many people like, where's your post today of this? What's that? Oh yes, I follow you all the time, and I want to see what your inspiration is and all that. So I have people looking at me. So that's accountability from me. I have to show up for these people. So I'm definitely like, okay, I've got to get my workout, and people are expecting me to be there. You know, so that's why I became a coach, because the accountability is amazing. So, you know, having the why power gives you reason, and tough love pushes you to get moving. So let's go into tough love now. Where am I at on time? 20 minutes already? Man, I like that. All right, so me working out before, guys. I know I do some videos on my workouts. So my phone storage is horrible, so that's why I don't do very, very long videos like I used to. I used to do 50-minute ones, but my phone storage just couldn't hack it. I am not easy. I do not find jumping jacks easy. I do not find burpees easy. I do not find planks easy. Push-ups are getting easier, but they're still a struggle for me, guys. Don't ever think that, yeah, I've lost 40 pounds or 26.5 inches, that, oh, she's got it together, that she's got it, it's so easy for her. It is not easy for me, guys. Totally not easy for me. Not easy. I still huff and I puff, and I still show up, and I'm still like worn out. I still get sore. I'm sore right now from yesterday's just band work, and I'm just like, it's a resistance band. But it kicked my butt, and that's okay. Because when you feel the soreness, that means change is happening. When I first started, I did like the regular version, and then I did like the upgrade version, like the extreme version. I thought, yeah, I got this. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Was I so stinking sore? I could barely walk the next day. I was hanging onto the walls when I walked into the office, and they were like, oh my gosh, what happened to you? But I was like, I did a tough workout last night. They're like, what the heck did you do? And I'm thinking, it was plyo. And I don't know if you remember this from school, but plyo is a lot of leg work. A lot of legs, a lot of jumps, and that is tough, guys. It burns a lot of calories, though. When you work your legs, that's your major metabolism, calorie burning machine. So if you do a lot of leg work, heck yes, because that means you are rocking it. So, oh no, my sheet. Oh, this crazy thing. So yeah, don't ever think that, you know, it was easy for me, because it wasn't. And I had to really, like, even with my weights, I might be using 10s and 15s now. And even like on the lower legs, I was doing like 35s on that one program. But I started off with 3-pound weights. And some things I had to put those 3 pounds down. Guys, when you don't work out for like 10 years like I did, you lose your muscle tone. And of course it's going to hurt. Please don't think that I'm going to do this and it's going to be easy, because it's not, okay? I'm the most blunt person. I will be most honest with you as I possibly can, but I want you to get real with yourself. I mean, okay? So don't be scared of that. I want you to live in that moment, because that is going to change you, guys. That's what's going to change you and give you your physical transformation that you're looking for. So please don't be scared of the pain, because that will go away. Mine went away within 3 weeks. Now, I want you to realize 3 weeks might sound like, oh gosh, but 3 weeks goes by super fast. Super fast, guys. I mean, really, we're already in 2018. What the heck happened to 2017? So, think this is short term as far as pain goes, and you will get better, you will get stronger, you will get faster, and that's the feeling that you want. That I'm doing this. It's totally rocking. And that, now, I hated exercise before, guys. I'm not gonna lie, I hated it. Hated it. You don't have to love it. I mean, I'm just saying, you don't have to love it, but you have to do it, because it helps your cardiovascular system, it helps your heart, helps your muscles and your bones and everything, your overall health. It's needed, guys. We were meant to move. We wasn't meant to stay seated all the time. We wasn't. So you've got to allow your body the exercise that it needs and craves, whether you mentally can get past it or not. So, you know, I want to share a little personal story here. We were at the park one day, and there was this woman. I mean, she was probably 300, 350. She was a bigger lady, okay? Me and Tony were actually running. Now, Tony's a bigger guy. Don't get me wrong. And I know you're probably going to ask me, well, why can't I get him to change? I can't make anybody change. They got to do it and want it for themselves. So I can't make or force anything on anyone, okay? I can share my story, what's worked for me, and have my success, but to force other people to do it, I can't convince you to do, you're going to do what you're going to do. But this is what's helped me. This is what's worked for me, and this is why I have this challenge, because I want to share what's worked for me. Me and Tony were actually playing Duck, Duck, Goose, and actually my sister Pauline was there. We were playing Duck, Duck, Goose, and we were actually running, and, there was these bigger moms there, and they were just sitting on the bench. And I seen them, like, watching us, and I thought, you know what? They want deep down to be the active parent. They want to be what we're doing. And honestly, by Tony doing what he was doing, he was probably inspiring her, because, she's thinking, wow, he's up there doing it. He's up there moving and being the active parent, but I'm over here sitting on the bench. So that's where I was before. I was that person sitting on the bench wondering, how the heck am I going to keep up with my little Sean? that scared me. That really scared me hardcore because I thought, he's only going to get faster. He's only one now, but he is going to get so much faster. And that scares me because how am I going to keep up with him? He's a little fast little booger. And I'm like, it's a struggle because, like I said, my belly was hard as a brick, felt like a bowling ball. And it was almost like a beer gut, but I don't drink beer. I don't drink, period. No, I'm not a drinker. But it was almost like if I bent out, I couldn't, it was just stopping me in my tracks. It was such a struggle. And I thought, I don't like struggling like this. And it was tough. But I saw her looking at us and I thought, that's the before me. That's how I felt before. So depressed and wanting change, but having no idea where to even start. And when I found my programs and my coach and got on this, it was amazing, guys. It's amazing what you can accomplish if you allow yourself to. So, don't feel like you're the only one out there, because you're not. There's other people struggling, and it's all about having the right mindset to go forth, okay? It's all about switching those thoughts up when they come back and they're negative, and you're like, oh, I gotta be positive. There is a negative thought again. What can I do to flip it? And flip it, I also want to say, like the bigger woman, even though her weight was holding her back as far as speed, okay, speed-wise, but she herself as a person was holding herself back for not moving forward. She could have been trying to play with her kid, but she wasn't even moving off the bench. That's the part where I was before. I was afraid to move because it was like, I've accepted where I'm at. I've accepted failure. I've accepted this is how I look, and it is what it is. There's no change in me. So to know where I was before to see where I am now, that is just unacceptable. So my tough love, as we're going into this one, is that unacceptable, guys. You do not put yourself in a position where you feel that you've given in to failure. That's wrong, and it's self-sabotage, and you are doing yourself a disservice by doing that, because you're not even trying. You're not even putting in the effort. So you can't complain how you look if you're not willing to do anything about it. Simple as that. Do not complain of where you are in your journey if you ain't doing a dang thing about it. Like I said, I'm glad you guys came to me, but it's almost like when I see myself before, I wish somebody would have slapped me upside the head and said, Rebecca, I can't complain, because I used to compare myself. Well, I'm bigger than she is. I have a bigger leg than she does. My belly's bigger than her. I mean, I'm not saying like I had the same mental struggles that you're going through right now. That's the tough part. That, to know what I needed to be doing back then, I wish somebody would have told me. So that's why I'm telling you like this. I don't want you to get mad at me. I don't want you to be like, oh my God, she's being so mean, but it's true. I want you to realize you are holding yourself back, and you're self-sabotaging yourself every single time you give in to the excuses. So my trick for you is that when those excuses come up, catch them, know your triggers, and flip it. 5 seconds, count backwards, and do the right thing. Do the thing that's going to lead you to your goals on purpose. How simple is that, guys? Counting backwards, 5 seconds. And this book that I'm going to share with you tomorrow is what changed everything, okay? So you'll learn more, or not tomorrow, the next live video. I'm not sure, but I need to get my little notepad out. But it is. It's a game changer. Total game changer. Every day that you give in to your excuses, it's like Groundhog Day, guys. You are reliving it over and over and over. And that's what I was doing myself. I was reliving the same negative thoughts, the same feelings of depression, anxiety, and the feeling that I could not change, that I was a slave to the junk food. And I didn't like that feeling, but I had accepted it. This is who I am. This is what I do. I eat 36 candy bars a week. It is what it is. I've accepted it. Tastes pretty good, and I'm not changing. You can ask my sister. My sister Pauline has been a huge, huge help, whether she believes it or not. She's a little feisty, but she helps me. When I was really big, she tried to help me. But you can't help people who don't want to be helped. And I was one of those people. Rebecca, you need to get with it. You need to start doing this. You want to come walk with me? Well, no. Why would I want to do that? Well, Rebecca, we could exercise. Yeah, no. That's not me. And to know where I was before, if you only knew how negative I was, guys, and to be talking to you about how I've changed and how these programs have changed and how I've changed inside, mentally and physically, it's a game changer. Okay, so do not feel like I was always positive, always trying to be a motivational person, because it wasn't happening before. And my sister can vouch, if she's watching, she can vouch that this, Rebecca, was a hard case to crack because I did not want to do anything. I liked my couch, I liked my comfort zone, and I was okay with watching movies and then going to a restaurant, eating out constantly, eating junk food, eating pizzas. My favorite pizza, I'm not gonna lie, guys, is Papa John's. Papa John's is my favorite. We'd get the extra large. I'd almost eat the whole thing by myself because we'd get 3 pizzas between me and Tony. Yeah, and I would eat 7 to 10 slices in a setting. We'd save a little bit. I'd eat more later. Save it, whatever was left over the next day. That would be my breakfast or my lunch. Because remember, I don't eat greens. I didn't eat greens before, and it was a struggle to stick with it. And then after I'd eat the junk, I felt so tired because my sugar, there was no balance to any of my nutrition. None of it. There was no balance whatsoever. I was all over the place on the board as far as my sugar and just how I felt. I was dizzy, constantly tired because I was eating like crap. If you eat like crap, you feel like crap, and it's not where you want to be, okay? So, I don't want you to think that that I didn't struggle. That's why I guess my main focus is here. Like, don't think I didn't struggle, because I did. And don't think I was always so positive, because I wasn't. I was very negative, and it was very sad because I allowed myself to be that way. I allowed it. And not cool, guys. Not cool. So, the reason I'm telling you this stuff is because I don't want you to make the same mistakes that I did. It's all about catching that trigger, catching when you start feeling the negative thought, and start catching, because if you want change, you got to figure out what change you want and change the things that are making you stay in the same place. Because if you don't, you'll never change. I know that's a lot of words of change, but that's the best way I can explain it. You got to figure out what needs to happen and work backwards. How can I explain this? Know what your goal is, your big goal, and you have your SMART goals that you're going to have to do. So, like, if you want to lose 5 pounds a month, which is a great goal, 5 pounds a month, you got to know what you got to do daily to show up. So, to me, trying to be almost, I would eat as healthy as you could every day as possible, but like maybe have a cheat meal on the weekend. Because like I said, I'm not about restrictions, but having a cheat meal every day, like I was, that's of course going to make you gain weight and not get your results. But having one cheat meal on the weekend, I don't see that being a bad thing. Cheat days, that hurts. Yeah, cheat days hurts. And cheat weeks, cheat months, cheat years. Like that's what I had. That's where you gain the weight, guys. But cheat meals will not make a difference. If you are doing the best you can, showing up, that's key. That's what's going to get you results, okay? Okay, let's see. Oh, yeah, well. There was this, tell you another story. There was this woman, and I posted about this story, I'm sure. I'm sure you read it if you've been following me. But it was the day that I bought my very first pair of white pants. They were size 10. And I was ecstatic because I was getting my professional photos done for my website. And I was like, I want to wear white pants. I've never owned a pair of white pants. But my colors, when I did my branding and all that stuff, my purple is my jam. I love purple. It's my favorite color. And so I picked purple, white, and black are kind of like my colors. And so like I wanted my shirt to be purple and my pants to be white. And I was like, okay, so I've never bought a pair of white pants before. I don't really know if they'll look good on me, but we'll go try them on. Okay, guys, when I would used to go shopping with my sister, I hated to look for clothes. Hated it. I wouldn't look. I just stand there and let her go through the rack and tell me if it fit or not. And she just handed me stuff and I go try it on. Because I just despised looking through the racks. Oh, that just drives me crazy. I'm just not a shopper when it comes to clothes. Like, now it's a little bit different because I can actually fit in them and it feels more comfortable. But I'd much rather be shopping for purses, if I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, so like I was in the dressing room and I was trying on these size 10 pants, and I was like, oh my gosh, they went up really easily and they look really good. Like, first time ever that I have a positive experience in the dressing room. What? I mean, normally that never happens. We all know, like, when you go in, you're like, oh my god, this pants can't zip, or the wrong size, or you feel like it's too tight here, not a big enough waist, or whatever. It's a nightmare. That's why I hate it. But I was over just smiling and in the mirror and doing a little jig, where I was like checking myself out. I was like, you know what, these look pretty good. I think I really like these. And then I hear a few like stalls down, this woman sighing, like, I cannot believe this. And she was getting very pissed off. Very pissed. Like, angry bad. And I heard her throwing clothes. I heard her doing all kinds of stuff. And I went, like, oh, that was me too. That was back when I was struggling with my weight and I couldn't fit in clothes. And, and I thought about that dress, trying on with my sister's bridesmaid's dress. And I was like, she's going through what I'm going through. And I froze for a minute because I wanted so bad to be like, talk to her, okay? But then I thought, you know what? If she's like before me, she'd probably punch me in the face because, you ain't gonna tell her because she's angry right now. That's how I was when I did my trying on that dress, and I got very angry with myself, and I was very hurt inside, and nobody could talk to me. It was an emotional feeling that I had to go through and work through myself. Okay, so she was there at that moment, and I was sitting there thinking, I should have talked to her. I should have done that. But then after I thought about it, I was like, no, I shouldn't have talked to her. It was a bad place, bad time for me to say anything to her, because she was going through something emotional, and she didn't like what she saw in the mirror, and she was getting very frustrated, and I even heard her like sniffle, like she had been crying, and that's sad. I don't want that for you guys. If you're trying on clothes and it hurts you and you feel worse about yourself, you can change it. I'm telling you guys, please believe that. You can change your looks and transform your body, but you've got to put in the effort. You've got to have a powerful why. You've got to give yourself tough love to get yourself past your excuses and self-sabotage, because if you don't, you cannot move forward. This is why people don't move forward, because they feel stuck, and they've just accepted, this is who I am, this is what I am, and it is what it is. But it doesn't have to be that way. You have the power to be great and awesome and change things. But you got to believe in yourself, and you've got to show up. And if you really truly want change, you will show up. And that's what I had to go through. I had to have the change for that dress. I had to have the change to be the active parent for my son, to be there, because I didn't want to lose my legs to the sugar and be the mom who gave up on my son because I chose junk food over him because I craved it all the time. I mean, you have to almost boil down to when you are looking at the junk food in your face and you're like, what is this doing to me? And you saw me do my very first post where I shared, if they put the sugar in there, it makes it very addicting, because they want you to be addicted to it, and it can last several days. If you go without it for several days, you're gonna feel a lot better, and you're gonna be like, wow, these 4 or 5 days wasn't so bad. I can keep going. And that's the key, guys. You take one day at a time. You might say you have 50 pounds or 100 pounds or whatever to lose. That doesn't matter. I don't care what the number is. Fit is whatever number. To me, people might look at me and be like, Rebecca, she's not a coach. She don't have the perfect body. She doesn't have a 6-pack. I'm not offering that I have a six pack. I'm not offering that I'm a fitness model. I'm not offering that I look like amazing in a two piece. I'm not saying all that. I'm saying I have these 5 steps that has worked for me to help me transform my body, to help me transform my mindset. Because to me, that's the real win. When I can transform being so negative how I was before to what I am now, yeah, that's powerful. That's what drives me. And that's what I have to offer you. I'm a tough love motivator. I love to be an excuse crusher. I love to empower people to feel that anything is possible because I wanted that feeling when I started. And that's what I hope I do with you guys. I hope I give you the urgency that you need to work out because it's so important for your life and your health and your family and for you. There's so many reasons why to work out, guys. So many reasons to eat healthy. You know, when I didn't go to the bathroom for like over a month, I felt like crap, literally. I mean, like, I was full of it, and it wasn't coming out. But I was eating like crap. I was doing that to myself on purpose, making bad choices every day on purpose. You got to stop and think whenever you're in this situation and you want to cheat and you want to binge eat like I did. Okay, I don't know if you binge eat, but if you do, you got to literally, before you shove it in your mouth, before you get, because before mine it would just go. You have to stop and talk to yourself a little bit and think through it, because when you start breaking it down into the tough love that I'm about to give you, then the junk food isn't worth it anymore. Junk food becomes very powerless over you, and that's where you need to be. You need to be like, it ain't got a thing over me anymore. And that is when you win. That is when you feel amazing. That is when you feel like you've conquered something, because it doesn't have a power over you anymore. So how do you get there is, let me see. Oh gosh, Rebecca, did you miss some steps? I just speak from the heart, guys. I try to look at notes, but I just can't stick with it sometimes. I always say, like, if you break your habits, break bad habits one at a time. When you try to do everything, I know Miranda, I think, said this. She tries to do everything at once, and it gets overwhelming, and she feels like if she misses a day or she skips, she feels like a failure. And then when you feel like a failure, you feel like, well, I've already screwed up. There's no point moving on. I might as well just go back to my ways. That's an easy out. You're giving yourself an easy way out, so you don't have to go back to being in the uncomfortable position where you was before. But the key here to all of this is to keep showing up even when you fall off the wagon. And that's what I show in my groups. Like, my challengers are awesome. They really are. There are some that don't believe in themselves fully yet. I'm still working on them yet. But when they have their own breaking point, and you all will get there, it is like gold, because they finally see themselves, that they are worthy, that they can do this. And then when they believe it, what I say means a whole hell of a lot more importance to them than what before. Because before it's like, what is she even talking about? Like, who positive? Because they're living where I was before, and they're not quite ready for the change yet, So a lot of the people that come to me, they come to me. I don't chase people. I don't force anybody to do it, because I know how I was when I first started. You couldn't tell me anything. And I'm not saying I'm going to waste my time on stuff like that, but I'm not going to convince that person that it's the right thing to do because they're not convinced themselves. So I want you to be completely aware of why I want you to do this, because I want you to get healthy and fit. I want you to conquer the junk food because it doesn't have a power over you when you start using tough love, okay? You have the power. You just got to use it. And, start thinking of ways to tell yourself, how can I flip it, and how can I tell myself tough love where I don't, where it'll force me to move forward. Because you can have a powerful why, but without the tough love, then you're not going to move forward. So what is tough love? Tough love is when you have to get almost a little bit nasty with yourself, as far as almost like a drill sergeant, I guess you'd kind of say, to force you and kick your booty up into high gear. Because like with me, I mean, honestly, it's not so much about negative self-talk, but I have to bring myself to realization that I have to picture what would happen if I don't do anything. What kind of bad things could possibly happen if I don't do anything? And oh my gosh, you better, Rebecca, you better get with it, or those bad things will happen. A sense of urgency. So whatever your tough love is, it creates a sense of urgency that you need to get moving forward. For example, okay, so like with that dress, days I wanted to not show up, but I did. Oh my gosh, Rebecca, if you don't show up, you are the maid of honor. What are you going to do if that dress don't fit and you let down your sister? What would her face look like? What would she feel like? Because this is her wedding day, and all you had to do was put down that silly caramello bar. All you had to do was put down that slice of pizza and just stick with it. The craving might have lasted 10 minutes, but you could have go and distract yourself and go clean out a drawer or go brush your teeth to get rid of that craving, but you chose that pizza, or you chose this. Are you really going to eat that pizza? Are you going to? And I picture my sister's face, like the hurt, the like, oh God, you let me down. And that was like, I don't want to see that face. I'm going to make her believe in me. I'm going to make her feel proud of me. That right there, that lit something in my heart, like, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have that feeling. I'm not going to have the feeling of regret, guilt, and failure come into play, because that sucks, and I want the happy feeling. I want the feeling of I succeeded. I don't want to feel like a failure. That's the tough love. I had to get a little nasty with myself, talk to myself in a way that pushed my butt into high gear, but it got me moving. And it got me on the right track to start caring for myself. Okay? So that was for my sister's dress. So after the wedding was over, what was next? Wow. Okay, I've got challengers now that are looking to me. What kind of coach would I be if I never showed up for them? What kind of example is that, Rebecca? You want to make a business and lead by example, and you want to be a powerful motivator. What does a powerful motivator do? What does your future self look like? And what do they do? What do they do to make them successful? And why should you be doing that now? You got to think of all these little things. And that's what I'm saying, guys. When you start thinking of like things that could help you move forward in the right direction, you start forgetting all the junk. I had a junk food thing. Oh, I was sitting there thinking about what my future self was going to be like. I started distracting myself away from this junk food junk and got away from it because I'm thinking happy thoughts over here. I'm over here being positive. I'm over here seeing success. I'm over here seeing results and awesome transformation before and after. Hello? Who doesn't want that? That's why you're doing this. That's why you show up and you sweat every day. That's why you show up and you kick butt, because you believe in yourself, right? You believe in yourself. Sean, like I said, with all my why powers I have tough love to go with every single one of them. Because if one of them fails me, which they shouldn't, because if it's strong enough, I've always got that, there's so many reasons why I should care, right? So like my tough love with Sean is, let's say, okay, I see Sean. I picture myself, what I was like before when I had my bowling ball gut, is what I like to call it, struggling. Because like I said, when I eat a piece of chocolate, it's not just a piece of chocolate, it's a full-on binge. So I have to talk to myself this way, because if I don't, it's a full-on binge and I know where it leads. Okay, so if you have the control of one piece of chocolate, you are doing awesome and I salute you. But for me, it was not like that. not like that at all. Okay, so I had to really train my brain to do the tough love with it. So, like I said, with Sean, I see. Actually, I'm going to use this as an example. Okay, guys, see all these beautiful pictures of my handsome little boy. All those little faces are looking back at his mom, right? Oh, I love this one. All these little faces are looking back at me. Do I want to perceive a lazy parent who doesn't want to do anything? Do I want him to have that same life as the before me? Do I want him to be addicted to the junk food? Do I want him to love it as much as I do? Do I want him to really care for himself and love himself? Yes. Yes, I do. So that is why I do it for him. Because I want to lead by example and show him it is possible. I'm not going to let the junk food have a hold on me if I'm trying to make this little guy see the true, what I want him to be. The true person that he needs to be, not someone who is a slave to the junk food. I mean, it's a cookie, guys, or it's a piece of chocolate. And I was letting it control my life. And that sucks. I mean, that's stupid. And it should be powerless over me, but it wasn't. It had a hold on me like you wouldn't believe. But when I used him and said, what would happen if I failed? What would happen if I kept giving in to the junk and I kept eating like crap? Because, like I said, I already blacked out from high sugar. So if I blacked out, what would happen if I didn't do anything at all? What would my health be like? Would I lose my legs like my grandma did? What kind of parent is that for Sean? I'm 36 now, but down the road, I had him late in the game. I didn't want kids for a long time because I didn't think I had the patience. But we had him late. We tried for 2 years, and we didn't think we was going to be able to do it because I had the one fallopian tube. Tony's sperm count is low, and we didn't think we was going to get pregnant. And that's why he's a blessing, guys. That's why he's my everything, because he's not supposed to be here according to medical stuff, but God had a different plan. So I choose him. I choose having John and being the active parent because I love running and playing with him. I think back of that woman on the bench and I'm thinking, if I keep giving in, I'm not saying like one binge is going to do me in forever, but I don't know how to stop at one binge. I don't know how to stop. So my way is don't even start it, and then I can move past it. So that's what I do. I picture myself, okay, do I want to be that woman on the bench or how I felt before, or do I want to be my future self, how I see myself? Totally rocking my fitness journey, looking like awesome, being my 50 pounds. I want to currently lose another 20 pounds. That's my goal this year, is to lose 20 pounds. Whether it happens or not, it's okay. I'm working towards the goal. I'm not going to get defeated if it doesn't happen. But I have a goal. And that's the whole purpose of this, is to have a goal and to keep working towards it. So, it is possible for you to take your why power and turn it into something that is a little bit more powerful. And tough love is being, it almost makes you feel like you've got a sense of urgency, like, crap, I've got to do this for XYZ. And like I said, mine's all those three things. So when you have that sense of urgency, that is when you dig deep and you have no reason, no excuse. Because if you give in to the excuse, you've given up on your why power. And I'm not giving up on Sean. Not giving up on my challengers. I'm not giving up on my sugar because I believe I can, conquer that. I'm not giving in to the junk food. I'm not going to let it win because you know why? I'm stronger than that. And so are you. That's what I want you to take away from this. You are stronger than the junk food. You have to believe in yourself and know without a shadow of doubt that this is possible. Every single day. Every single day you show up to the mirror and you tell yourself that you're awesome. You tell yourself how amazing you are. And things change. Tell yourself 3 things you're grateful for. And you will see a difference, guys. I'm telling you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go count backwards. Make the right choice on purpose. Right? So, what my time was at? Ooh, 54 minutes. Ooh, Rebecca's a talker. All right, I think I made it through all my steps. You know, these steps have given me my life back, a way to break free from the junk food, my excuses, and my daily negative thoughts. And I was super excited to share them with you guys. Okay, so I hope that helps. Do your workbook, guys. I am not even playing. You have to write this with pen and paper, or do the Evernote. I love Evernote, because it's on. I don't have all this paper laying around, but you know, it's available online. I can get access it from my phone, or I can access it from a computer, whatever. But just dig deep. Use the tough love. Get a little nasty with yourself. Whatever you have to kick yourself in the butt to do it, and you will see amazing results. Okay? So if you have questions, comment below. I'd love to hear your feedback. What have you taken away from this? And would love to hear it. Also, tomorrow, what day is it? Why do I keep saying tomorrow? I guess I'm just assuming that we need to go in order or something. I don't know. But I did it on purpose so you guys could digest all these, because I know not everybody can watch an hour video at a time, but I want you to. January 8th is our next one. So, step 3 is personal development, and that is basically how you can grow as a person with personal development. And that right there is secret sauce. So I will share more with you guys later. Of course, I'll post it here every day since then, because I want to give you little nuggets here and there. And but I enjoyed talking to you guys. If you have questions, comment below, and I'll be happy to answer them. Great chatting with you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.